Dingo, and today I'm going to talk to you about choosing a keyboard. So you've decided that you want to learn piano, but you're having trouble choosing a keyboard, knowing what's the right thing for you. The first decision that you have to make is whether you want a piano or a digital keyboard. What's the weigh-ups between the two? Well, one, maneuverability. How easy is it to move around? How much space do you have? This is quite a small piano, which is why I chose it, because I didn't want a big one. But you know, I've got enough space. Maybe you live in an apartment, etc. So here's the thing, pianos. All around the world, the piano used to be a household item. Instead of sitting down and watching the television at night, people would entertain themselves by playing the piano and singing with each other. So now that not as many people play the piano, you can actually pick up a piano for free nearly anywhere in the world. If you go on websites, Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, etc., you're going to find a piano for free. I got this piano for free. It's just going to cost you to move it and to tune it. You're going to have to pay around $300 in Australia to move it. I'm not sure where you're from. Just look it up. It's probably roughly similar. And maybe $100, $200 to tune it. So that's $500 for a piano. And what are the benefits of having a piano as opposed to a digital keyboard? Well, for me, it's the feeling, because it's actually, when I press the hammer key here, it's hitting a big string in the back of the piano. When I hit 10 notes, I'm feeling the vibration of all those notes ringing across my chest, in my chest cavity. And I can, it's different to a digital piano because I'm feeling the physical vibrations of those strings ringing. So I always love a real piano, but a digital piano, they sound really good and maybe much more appropriate if you're in an apartment, if you want to play late at night with your headphones in, etc. So what are some good brands of digital piano? Well, ROLAND, CASIO, KORG, KORG, all these brands make a lot of good pianos that retail for around $2,000 brand new. I'll post some specific names of the models in the links below, but basically, I always recommend getting secondhand. You'll get a sick piano for like $700 that retails brand new for $2,000. That again, someone's bought, they thought they'd learn how to play, they didn't, and it's just sitting in their house. So you want to look up those pianos that are worth about $2,000 brand new that you can pick up for $500 to $1,000 secondhand on websites such as Gumtree, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, whatever that website is in your country. So that's what I recommend. What are the things you want to look for? We definitely want to go and test it out before you buy it. Don't pay for it unless you've actually gone and played it. And what do you want to look for when you play it? You want to look for touch sensitivity. So you want to feel that when you play the piano harder, it sounds louder. So that's really important in bringing feeling to your music. If you have no touch sensitivity or weak touch sensitivity, it's going to be harder to create a real feeling in your music. So you want to look for touch sensitivity. Now, do you want to use this keyboard as a controller for digital software production? What do I mean by that? I mean MIDI. So you might say, what's MIDI? Well, MIDI is a cable that can come out the back of your keyboard, and you can use that in digital software such as Ableton, Logic, GarageBand, which is on every Mac. If you have a Mac and you want to learn simple digital production, GarageBand is the best place to start. And MIDI is your way of playing the digital instruments on a physical thing in front of you. It's your controller. So, you know, anything they've got on there, big basses, violins, French horns, whatever you want, it's all on there. And the MIDI controller is your way of controlling that digital software. So if that's something you're looking to get into, make sure that this keyboard has a MIDI input, which is just a little 5-fingered plug. You'll see it on the back, it says MIDI. If you also want to record, you want to make sure it has an audio out so that you can record all the different sounds that keyboard may have. And in this range from 500 to 1,000, you're usually going to have a couple of different pianos, a couple of different electric pianos, which is like that real nice 70s tones, you know, really watery. I love them. What else are you gonna have? You can have some strings, you can have some organs, and maybe you'll have a synth or two, but maybe not. That's what you're gonna get in the 500 to 1,000 range. If you want to go all out and you really know what you're doing, you probably already know about this, but Nord has the most lovely keyboards. I used to have a Nord keyboard for a long time. They're about $3,000, but it's got a full range of pianos, organs, synth. It's got an analog synth on board for this Nord Stage EX, and yeah, it's made in Sweden and that thing's off the chain. Different category if we're talking beginners. Yeah, so you want to look for a MIDI, you want an audio line out if you want to do digital song production. Otherwise, you just want to look for the sound. You just want to play it loud, soft. Look for the volume controls. Does it have a headphone jack? Look for all those different things. Oh, I should also say how many keys you want. So a regular piano is 88 keys. You can have 88 keys, 76 keys, or 61 keys. They're the usual different variations. Look, the more the better, but the difference between 76 and 88 isn't a lot. Like, you don't use these. You don't use those regions a lot because, well, on a digital piano they'll sound perfectly in pitch, but it's hard to keep them totally tuned on a regular piano. So look, if it's a 76, not a big difference to an 88. 61, I wouldn't get a 61, too small. You know, if you want to just use your 61 as your MIDI controller, go for it. Otherwise, go for 76 or 88. And yeah, KORG, YAMAHA, Kawai, ROLAND. These are some of the brands that I would recommend, and I'll post the specific models in the links below. So if you have any questions about buying your first keyboard, you're interested in learning piano, just write me an email. I'm teaching private lessons online, and just hit me up. I'd love to get in touch with you and how I could help you make some music.